This is our family, and this is our van life adventure. If you'd like to follow on with all of our adventures, don't forget to like and subscribe. When we tell people that we live in an RV, we get an awful lot of questions about what it's like, particularly what it's like raising children living in a van. So this week's video is all about the good. It's okay.
Yeah! Excuse me, please.
Where are you going? Where are you going, all? Are we having an explore?
Yeah.
The not so good. Nope. Stop. And everything in between.
Sleeping spanner.
One of the main questions we get asked about is the boys' education. So let's start off with looking at what 1 week of home education looks like for our family. So when we took the boys out of school, the one thing the teachers said to me was stay on top of their maths and English and everything else will fall into place. When we're travelling and on the road, we take more of a world schooling approach, which means that they learn from experience, the things we see, the things we do, and believe me, it's a lot. But when we're in England, we try to make sure that they're staying on top of kind of their standard academic progress. When we're in England, I'm on my own. See, van life is cheap, but it's not free. So Perry's at work. Therefore, the home education falls on moi. On Mondays, we keep it chill. We've normally done something a bit nuts over the weekend. So we just go to the library and do some standard sort of schoolwork. Tuesday is when the action really starts. It's the morning rush of trying to catch the bus to get to a home ed session. It's the one thing that's really tough. Obviously with buses, if you miss them, that's kind of it, they're gone. No, come on, we need to go. And unfortunately, come on, it doesn't take a lot to throw you when you're trying to get two kids out of the van. Especially when one of them rides their scooter the wrong way. Thankfully, we do usually make it, and we've got time for a bit of a fuel up before the first session begins. You guys ready for your day? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Ready for your home ed group? Mm-hmm. You looking forward to it? Mm-hmm. Session 1 is a Lego club that's set in our local library with other home ed kids. So it is now Tuesday afternoon and we have been out at home ed sessions all day. It starts off with a Lego session in the library and then they just have a home ed social, which is just a mega play session either in the park or in soft play. So today it was in soft play because it's quite cold. So yeah, that's what our Tuesdays look like and the kids love it, and it's nice for me as well because I get to see some other adults and don't have to entertain the kids 100% by myself. They get a really good socialisation time, and one thing I really like about it is that the kids are all different ages, in a way that you wouldn't get in a school. Okay, we're nearly there. He needs the toilet. Yeah, I really enjoy that kind of like mad mixing that they get, that they wouldn't necessarily get. And what's quite sweet is like the older ones start to help out the younger ones, and yeah, it's a nice group. By Wednesdays we're in our stride. We're all relaxed, we're pretty happy. This Wednesday the weather was awful, so we had a bit of an arts and crafts morning. So this week I set it on the theme of Diwali because it's Diwali on Sunday, and I'm really enthusiastic about teaching the kids about lots of different religions and cultures from all around the world. So for today's session we are going to be looking at Diwali. I'm hoping the camera doesn't turn that round, that does say Diwali. So the first thing we are going to do today is... What are you doing? Why? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is read this book all about Diwali, and then I am hoping to make kind of Rangoli inspired mandalas with the boys. So let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
Start. Are you done?
Yeah.
Are we finished? Can we cut?
Oh, yeah.
Just before the judges see. Annoying little brother has ruined everything again. Papa comes over. the rockets shoot off and then burst into round balls of falling stars. In India, it is celebrated every to represent the celebration of light over darkness and good over evil. One of the reasons I wanted to teach the boys about Diwali was because 9 years ago Perry and I visited India during Diwali, and I wanted to be able to share some of those experiences with the boys. No kind of right or wrong with mandalas. You just sit here and you do your pattern however you like. So I'm going to do my triangle sort of meeting.
This is how I'm going to do it.
Considering these boys are regularly climbing the walls, quite literally, I was amazed by how well they sat down and did this activity. They sat there for a good hour doing their mandalas, and they've come back to it through the week to add more details.
Mum, these are little water waves.
They're little water waves.
And it's a spot like that, then water waves.
3 mandalas done, though not quite finished as the need for lunch took over. While I get on with the boring stuff, the boys get some downtime to chill out. And if I'm lucky, I get myself a little cheeky cup of tea in there too. This is the fun bit when I have to try and get them out of the house. Ollie, don't go up there. No. Stop. 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 Ollie, careful. So I managed to get them out for a walk, get some fresh air. Mr. Man is not feeling it today. He says he's very tired after our big play yesterday. The little man is pretending that he's filming everything. Non-stop entertainment with these two. We're going left this time. Come on, let's go. What are you digging for?
It's pottery.
What is it? Go on, keep going. See if you can get it out. Don't use your fingers. Where's your stick?
Broke.
Oh, here, take this one. Try that one. Use the other end, the thicker end.
This one.
Yeah.
Mom, are you help me looking for them? Some pottery. Leo? Yeah? Can you help me?
And did Leo get it out for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good teamwork, guys.
Yeah, I did help.
So we are getting towards the end of the week now, and I have to be honest, this is the time of the week where things usually start to go a bit pear-shaped in our week. The boys start fighting more. I think my patience starts to run out a little bit. I start to get quite exhausted. I have an ideal plan in my head of what I would like us to do today. I would like us to do some maths type work, because we focused more on English the other day with a little bit of maths, so today I'd like to focus a bit more on maths. But I can already tell that the atmosphere in the van is a little tense today. The boys are already kind of really snapping at each other. So what I'm thinking instead, they asked the other day if we could make fruit kebabs. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is use the fruit kebabs and just use maths type language to kind of support it. So I've got some kiwis, strawberries, grapes, bananas, and bamboo kebab sticks. Got quite a lot of them. And for Leo, I'm going to think about using words involving fractions, which is what he's been working on and quite frankly struggling a little bit on, fractions and division. So quarters, halves and thirds. We're nearly ready. And for Ollie, Ollie's obviously, you know, he's only 5. He technically would only have just started reception in September. So mostly at this point in reception, they're just looking at counting up to 20. Oliver is well beyond counting up to 20. So he sort of starts talking about addition a little bit more with him. But it's a lot looser with Ollie. It doesn't need to be anything too structured. He wouldn't actually be compulsory school age till January. So yeah, wish me luck. We'll see how things go. So we've got 6 kiwis, so we've got to split them between 3. So how many kiwis do you get each, Leo?
2.
With your strawberries, what I would suggest doing is cut the top off
Oh, I can work with that now.
and then cut it in half. How many do we cut it into quarters when it's in? How many pieces do we cut it into, Leo, when we cut it into quarters?
Quarters. 4.
With the grapes, we've got 3 on the vine, so if we split it between 3, how many do we get?
1 each.
One. You're doing very well, Ol.
Oh.
Don't worry, you're doing perfect. Fruit kebab, Leo?
Good.
Yeah. Did you eat all yours already? Yeah. You are hungry. Best way to teach fractions. You're making a pattern, Ollie?
Great.
Oh, I love it. Looks beautiful. What's next?
Kiwi.
I think it should be grape next. Oh, you're just going to eat it. So it's the end of the week and we are on our way to try out a kind of social. It's not strictly a home ed social. It's run at a local church and it seems to be a play session for older kids. Yes. I can't believe you did it either. Leo, get your scooter. Leo, scooter. It's very cold today. The kids are a little unfocused today, but we've had quite a good session. They did some good school work. And then we started working on a Christmas project that we've got going on. That's exciting. So now we're going to go and try this out because I feel like they need a second social session or a sports session or something in the week, and I haven't quite found the right thing yet, so I'm hoping this might be a good thing. But we'll see how things go. So we tried a new social group tonight, but I don't think it was quite right for us. It was set in a church, and for us, we're not a very religious family, and it was just a little bit too churchy for us and not quite enough social, unfortunately. So I don't think it's quite the right one, but we shall try something else next week. So we're just walking home. It's very cold. It's not very late, but it's already getting pretty dark. So I feel like I need to explain a bit more detail as to why that group wasn't right for us, especially as earlier in the video I've said how I want to teach the kids about all religions. What it was that it was a little bit too much like a school lesson for us. The boys were made to sit down and listen to something, and then they had to answer questions on it, and then the type of play they were allowed to do was kind of dictated for them. Obviously we went there with hoping that there'd be some social side of it, and I would have been perfectly happy if there'd been kind of activities regarding the nativity. I expected there to be some sort of church related church related stuff there, and I have no problem with that. It was just that all in all the boys didn't enjoy it. It was kind of a little bit too rigid for them, and because of that they didn't enjoy it and they don't want to go back. And the reality is, if they're not enjoying it and they're not happy, then there's no point carrying on. At least it was a beautiful evening to walk home in. So if you're wondering if I get a little exhausted with all the home ed, you're absolutely right, I do. I got to the point this week where I took myself off in the evening for an impromptu walk to the library and just sat there and chilled for half an hour reading a book so I could be on my own with nobody asking me questions. There's one other thing that seems to dictate a lot of our time in the van. It's not all about home ed. It seems to be trying to keep the tummies full keeps me almost as occupied as trying to stay on top of their education. One thing that I always seem to be doing, taking care of the boys, is making snacks and washing dishes. It seems to take up more time than anything else. So these boys this morning have already one's had French toast, one has had scrambled eggs, beans and toast, and now they've requested a snack. So I am going to give them a snack because if they don't have a snack when they're hungry, they can't concentrate, and we're about to start our first morning activity. So I'm going to give them a snack. Second breakfast, we call it. And then they'll be having lunch after our first morning activity. It's just cook, wash up, cook, wash up. All day. Yep, snacks and meals fill a lot of our time. Might as well get them to help if we can. How's it going, Leo?
Good.
Wow.
How are you doing, Ollie?
It is done.
And when we're on the campsite, there's the joyous evening ritual of shower time. Shower time! Right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on then. So I am in the shower block at the sites, and Perry's taken the boys to shower them tonight. I took them both last night. And just if you want to know what it's like, can you hear them? It's all day from the moment they wake up. They're the most high energy kids I've ever known. So that makes up the majority of our week when we're living in a van on a campsite in the UK. However, if that looks easy, here's some bits that didn't quite make it into the main video. Boys, can you get your socks on, please? Nope, nope, nope. Stop. Boys. Hello. Ollie, careful. Boys, don't shout. Sit up and get your feet off the table, please. Boys. Boys. Leo, sit down. Nope, not everything in van life is easy, but for us, it works.
Thank you for watching our video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Goodbye.